Hi everyone, it's Peggy Merwin with Stamp with Peggy. Today is Monday, January 20th, Martin Luther King Day. Lots of other fun things that we won't even go into. Hopefully you had a wonderful weekend, and I need to get myself going because I need to see, I just noticed my camera is going the opposite direction. I need to see if I'm upside down. There we go. Okay. Hopefully you had a wonderful weekend. We had kind of a quiet weekend for a change, and probably the last quiet weekend that we have until almost the end of March, I think. Weather is freezing here. I just found out about an hour ago that we don't have school tomorrow. We have a cold day, so I get another day of working on stamping projects. I did a little bit of what I call wife things today, took care of laundry and, a few of those little things we have to do, dinner, whatever. And then I worked on stamping all day long. We have a demo make and take coming up in February. So I worked on those projects to get those all designed. I am working on 7 Days with Cupid, trying to get those things all taken care of so that they can go out in the mail next week. So another day home tomorrow will be wonderful so that I can take care of some of that stuff. Okay, let's see. Don't forget to like, share, comment. Hi, Luann. Hi, everybody. And I may have to move my computer a little bit. Marianne, Jeanne, Annette, Jackie. Talked to my sister last night. I have a new, and I've known this, it's been almost a week now, but I have a new grandniece named Zoe. My niece, Tina's daughter, Nicole, had little Zoe at 5 pounds, 11 ounces last Tuesday. So tomorrow she will be 1 week old already. So that's been excitement around here, but I FaceTimed with my sister last night. So I got to see big sister Quinn, she'll be 2 years old in April. And she is absolutely loving being a big sister, but Quinn had a cold, who gave it to Tina. And I'm afraid Tina gave it to me over the phone or over FaceTime last night. I am sneezing today. I'm snotty and it's just yuck. So hopefully it just all goes away with a little bit more sleep, because that's the wonderful thing of having a day off from school is I get to sleep in. I can stay up late and I can still get enough sleep so nobody's hollering. Okay, don't forget to like, tag, share, everything. You guys have been doing such a great job of that. Winners from last week's comments. And the first one is the Sunny Day Iridescent Dots. My camera switched around, so it's hard. Everything's a little bit different right now. And the lucky winner of these is Deb Kaiser. So Deb, congratulations. I will get these out in the mail to you. And the second lucky winner gets the low profile dots. These things are really cool. The bottom ones are kind of a gold yellow-ish, and the top ones are a pink, petal pink, goes with pretty in pink. So those are really, really pretty, and they're a little flatter, so they don't raise up so much. And the lucky winner of these is Judith So-Song. So Judith, thank you so much for joining every Monday night. I will be popping those out in the mail to you. Being home tomorrow, maybe I can get that done tomorrow. Okay, remember, you know what? I'm going to face the camera down before I do this. Last week, I shared the Rainbow Celebrations card kit, and I made an alternate card, okay? I'm going to show you, if you didn't follow on my blog, I made another card, and I made a double scrapbook layout. So that was fun to do. It's definitely a kit that you want to get. Don't forget January coupons. I'm kind of looking around at everything that's by me. Okay, let's see if I can. Oops, I don't have to take it out anymore now that I had my hand all over in front of it, right? Okay, so let's see. I got to figure out, again, it's been a little bit, right? Okay, so let's get a little more brightness. Let's get it pulled over here, down here, and let's see if we can get rid of that. Okay, how are we? Well, that really wasn't too bad, was it? Okay, trying to see on my screen when it catches up. Okay, but I really want to come forward and down a little bit more so that I get you a little bit closer. So you're seeing more table and not all my workspace. Okay, but it's crooked as all get out, so let's see if we can get straight so that you don't have to look quite like that. How about if we do... Okay, I'm thinking right here is about the best we're going to get. Okay, how are we? Okay, I think that's going to do. Okay, so last week we made this card, right? And then, now where did I just put the other card? Oh, it's right here. Then I shared on my blog one night. I took and I cut apart one of the cards and I used the new Darling Dinos stamp set, added some balloons for a really fun happy birthday. Okay. Then I took 3 cards. All right, now let's see. We're going to have to pull this back up some. Share a little bit more. Okay, and I made a double scrapbook set. So here's one card. Here's one card. I added the little strips. Okay, the greetings I put onto basic black to make them pop a little bit. And then there's the second page for a little more photos with the third card, okay? The part that I cut off from this, I used for, oh, that was on the other card. That was on this one. When I cut this card apart, I used the backside as the white for stamping on, okay? So really think outside the box. I have been doing a scrapbook club for many years, and I am going to offer again this year, but I'm going to change it up a little bit. We're going to start using some of the scrapbooking kits that Stampin' Up! Has. So each month, and you'll get more. You won't have to place an order. It'll just be a fee. And then you will get more pages out of it. Not using their layouts. It'll be different layouts. Okay? All right. So just keep thinking outside the box. All right. Now, let's see if we can come back in here a little bit. Get you a little bit straight. Okay. Let's scoot that back a little bit. Okay. I think we're there. Okay. So tonight we are using, and where did I put? Okay. We're actually using out of the scrapbooking brochure, which is online. It's not a print thing. It's just online. I print mine out so that I can see it a little better. But it's the Meant to Be scrapbooking kit. Okay. The cost of the whole kit is $33. And look at this. In that kit, do they give me details? 3 2-page spreads, but you get all of this plain cardstock. Then you get all of this designer paper. You get a sheet of stickers. In the scrapbooking kit, you get another sheet of, and I can't tell for sure, I think it's alphabet. Someplace here it tells me all of this. But these are the spreads that they've come up with. Okay, how cool are those? I mean, very cute. All right, then we're going to flip the page. There's another round. Okay. Here's the designer paper. Look at how cool this is. Do you guys remember 2 years ago, I think it was, there was a Be Mine Valentine stamp set and designer paper? The paper is the exact same prints, just in different colors. Love these colors. I think they are so pretty. Here's the designer or the cardstock that coordinates with it. So you can get just the designer paper. You can get the designer paper with this sticker sheet, or you can get that whole scrapbooking kit, okay? Then there's a stamp set that coordinates. Meant to be, which I love. Look at this. I mean, the bees are the same as the other ones. They're different sizes though. And there are dies to cut these things out. So you can stamp all of this, put it down and cut it all out at one time. Fun. Then there are all of these, and it's easier to just bring in. Here is the die set, and everything's crooked. Okay, well, that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hive pieces. Okay. Then there is the large bee and the smaller bee. There are wings. The last one, it punched out the whole wing. This one, it cuts out, kind of looks like bunny ears if you don't stamp it. But if you stamp it, then you get the images around. There's 2 of the little antennas. This little thing, I haven't quite figured out yet what that is. There's a fun little heart. There are flowers and then lots of little flowers. And it took me the longest time to figure out what this says. And the easiest way to figure it out is to take it off and turn it over. It says Our Hive. And then it's got the outline. So you could put whatever, say black underneath here. And then put Petunia Pop to make it really pop out on your scrapbook page or on your card. Okay, so we are going to use these. And yes, Cheryl, at least I'm really fun that they're carrying on the bees, because you all know that's my little thing, is the bees. Okay, so we're going to use the stamp set and the dies. And then I'm also using one of my new favorites, the arched edge or everyday arches dies. Okay, we're going to use that as a greeting on one. So let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Okay, now let me find the top. Of course, I have it at the bottom. Check out how pretty these papers are. There's some fun old olive ones, which to me, okay, make a masculine Valentine's card out of this, or an anniversary card. And then look, we have that fun honey jar with the Petunia Pop. We have bees with flowers. Okay, this one I absolutely love. Love, 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 love. Okay, and then some more bees. And then we have Petunia Pop plaid with some more bees. Okay, did I get... Oh, here's some tiny bees. And then the back side, we're pulling in some, then I think that's bubble bath. I don't think it's, bubble bath. And then there's one more print. Oops. Okay. And it has lots of pretty flowers. And then we have pretty stripes on the back. Yes, Diane, my cough is getting better. I'm about ready to schedule the breathing test with the doctor's office. So let's hope it stays that way, right? Okay. Here's the card, and I'm going to show it to you first because this one is so cool. I had posted the reminder today, and it's like, this is just the most amazing card. I saw this online by several different demonstrators. Dawn Griffith had one with a different one. Melissa Stout had one. So it's around. They're calling it the Stadium Wave. Okay. And this one, I tried this on our card. We're going to make a full belly band. I didn't like how it kind of crinkles as it goes, as you're opening it. Okay. So look at how cute as can be. Don't tell my niece or my sister, but this is the card I'm going to send for the new baby. And it's got the little bee on it. And look at that, the flowers. We got one of the teeny tiny little bees on there. Okay. And I'm going to turn it this way so that it shows better. And then you open it up. And, okay, we're going to have to raise this up some so that you can see. Okay. Check this out. It's like, oh my goodness. There are bees everywhere inside. I love it. And then there is the little everyday arched die. And then I just added some little flowers. I added one more little thing on the one we're going to do now. Okay. This one has basic white cardstock for our accordion. Okay. And then one we're going to do tonight, we're going to do it with designer paper so that it's just a little bit thinner. This is kind of thick. So, but it's a time consuming one a little bit just in preparation, but for that perfect person. And my new little niece is definitely the perfect person to be able to give this to. Teresa, this paper is in the scrapbooking brochure. It is item number 166621. Okay, that's just the designer paper, but it's online in the scrapbooking stuff. Okay, so again, it's a little thicker. It will take extra postage. Okay, but for that special card, it's, oh my goodness. Okay, so are you ready? I'm trying to look around to make sure I have everything that I needed. Okay. And I got this thing just all wonkied up here. All right. So we're going to start with the card base. And it is 4 1/4 by, whoops, so I got pieces everywhere. 4 1/4 by 11. It's scored at 5 3/8 and 5 5/8. Okay. So that you have this little ridge to take up some of that thickness. Okay. Again, that's what's going to cause your card to cost more to mail. But if you're going to put it in with a present or something, it'll work just fine. Okay. All right. So we're going to start by adhering on the inside. And I used the Honey Pot designer paper. Okay. Now I want to make sure that when I open my card, this is going the right direction. Okay. So make sure you're watching that as you're assembling. Excuse me. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and put this onto the bottom. These pieces are 4 inches, or should be 4 inches by 5 1/8. So it gives me the 1/4 or 1/8 inch all the way around. Okay, and then we're going to put it up here on this one. And I'm trying to make sure, that you can see everything I'm doing. Okay, making sure the honey pots are going the right direction. Okay, there's the start of the inside of our card. Okay, we're going to set that aside. We are going to bring in the paper trimmer. Okay, and like I said, this time I'm using a piece of designer paper. So I'm going to use this one. Okay, it's got the bees there. That's going to be the inside that you won't see. This is the outside. Okay, and my piece of paper is 6 inches by 10 inches. Okay, and as you can see, I've scored it already. So it's 6 by 10, and I've scored it at 4 inches, at 8 inches, at 8 3/4, and 9 1/2. Okay, 4, 8, 8 3/4, and 9 1/2. Then we're going to cut it into 1 inch strips. So we'll have 6 1 inch by 10 inch pieces. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay, done with the paper trimmer. All right, now we're folding this. So we're folding it at the 4 inch, at the 8 inch, At the 8 3/4, we're going back, and then at the 9 1/2, we're going over. Okay, so we're doing accordion. So you have the W, or how about you have the M for Merwin. Love it. Okay, we're going to pull in our silicone sheet. And I didn't use, and I probably shouldn't, because there's a little extra movement and stuff, you want to make sure that you're using a strong adhesive. So let's use the tear and tape or the green glue, and I may switch back and forth. Okay, so you're going to peel that off, and then you're just going to, and we're going to fold. Yeah, sometimes you have to kind of reforce them to go a little bit where they're supposed to, right? Okay, and this is where I like the green glue because it's a little more forgiving. Okay, there's the first one. So then we're going to come in again. Let's get our bone folder out here. Okay, and then we're going to fold it on the 4-inch. We're going to fold it back on the 8 3/4, and then, and I'm going to force this a little bit because, again, I'm not quite matching up. There we go. Okay, so then we're going to put another strip on there. And you're going to do this with all 6 strips. And I wasn't thinking, I probably should have done some of this ahead of time. Okay, and here I'm just going to go ahead and put it on each strip on that 1/2 inch spot. I'm going to go ahead and do it before I fold it up. Okay, there's 4, 5, and 6. All right, fold it, fold it, fold it. There we go. And then we're going to peel this off. We're going to fold this over. And Tina's watching. Babies must all be sleeping. Okay, we're going to fold this. We're going to fold this. And then we're going to do that. Okay, 2 to go. Let's go ahead and peel that off. Okay, and then we have 1 left. Okay. And now I'm just all crooked here. Okay. I'm doing it so that where that fold is, or where I glued it together, that's going to be the bottom, like back here. Okay. We're going to do it so that this folded part is towards me. And then, and this is where I definitely want glue on here, because this allows me to scoot it when I need to. Okay, so we're going to take one, and we're going to take another one, and we're going to overlap it almost halfway, not quite. Okay, and then we're going to glue those together. Now, again, you can use the tear and tape. And then we're just going to keep stacking them. Okay, so then we're going to add the next one. This is where the silicone sheet comes in really handy, because remember, it won't stick to my paper then. Okay, and then we're going to add, oops, the 4th one. Plaids kind of help because it makes it so that they kind of line up better, right? You have something you're looking at. Okay, there's number 5. And if things aren't all even, that's okay, because remember, they're going to be looking at how cute the card is. They're not going to be looking at that. Okay, now I'm going to test it before I put the last one on because, okay, we're going to be good. You want to make sure that you're staying within the card, right? Okay, this one we're going to actually go probably a little more than half. So we're going to put glue all down there. And then I'm just going to kind of set it on here. You can go clear out to the edge, but I kind of liked to keep it right where the designer paper is. Okay. And so it's actually not too bad. All right. So there's our 6 strips. Okay. How cool is that, right? Okay. Now we're going to take this back one and we're going to put adhesive all over it. And then we are going to stick it right down to our designer paper. And it's only that first tab is the only, or that first strip is the only one we're sticking down. Okay, now we're going to put glue on this first one. And then we're going to close our card. Okay, and doing that, I'm watching the bottom before I really stick it so that the bottom and sides are somewhat even. Okay. All right, you ready? You ready for the magic? Okay. And then when we open it, we get our cascade. Isn't that fun? Now, by using the designer paper, number one, it's very pretty in there. Number two, and we got a little glue carry over there. It's not as thick and bulky as the cardstock is. Okay. All right. So now, by the magic of, and I'm going to find it here. Okay. Here's the bee. So I stamped the bee in Daffodil. And then I stamped and that's the small bee. I stamped the small wings. There's his little antennas. Okay. And so then we're going to pull in Memento and the black part of his body and his tail. Okay. And so we're going to ink that up really good. And then we are lining it up so that his tail is, and it didn't ink up really well. I think I had a different stamp pad before. Might be time for this one to go away. Okay, and I'm just going to go right over the top of it to get it a little bit darker. There we go. Okay, if you get a little bit of white on his tail, just take the black marker and you can color that part in. Okay, then there's also faces on our little guys. So I'm going to go ahead and add the little face. There's 3 different faces, and I will show you those in a minute. Okay, and then you just die cut each of those out because there is a die for each one. And then you glue them together. And by the magic of TV, there are 6 of our little bees. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I have 3 big ones and 3 little ones. Okay, I'm going to scoot those off to the side. We're going to pull our card base back in here. And I'm trying to watch my fingers. I've got ink on them. Okay, so we're going to glue the first bee on this top section of this folded area. Okay, and I am starting with the big bee. And I believe, okay, and so he's going to go on right here. But what we have to make sure is that he doesn't hang over. Oops, let's get down here on the edge. He doesn't hang over here on the edge, and he doesn't hang over at the top. So that just means you have to kind of turn him when you adhere him to make sure it doesn't. Okay, so green glue is what we're going to use. And my computer went blank. I'm trying to follow the screen. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put some glue right up there. I'm not covering the whole thing because, as you saw as I started placing him, I can't put the whole bee on there. Okay, and so that's how he's going to go on. Oops. And he moved on me because I moved the card. Okay, so let's, got to hold him in place for a second. Okay, and then we're going to pull another bee, and I'm going to use a small one next, and it's going to go onto the next piece, and it's going to go kind of over here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and add glue, and then we're going to place this little guy right there. Then we're going to go with a big one, and it's going to go on the third strip, again, right at the top. Okay, you want to make sure that it doesn't overhang that fold part. Okay, and here we're going to get him kind of going like that. All right. Then in the fourth strip, and we're going to add this little guy. Aren't they just adorable? It's like, oh my goodness, I am like in seventh heaven. Okay. And then on the fifth one, we're going to add some more glue, and we're going to put this big guy in there. Okay, we're down to one more, one little guy on that bottom one. Okay, now again, you have to make sure that you don't go over the right side. Okay. All right. And then here I got to kind of, I think he's going to be all right like that. We're going to angle him up. You can make him go straight across. You can make him go up and down. Okay, that's going to work. Okay, so there's our bees. And then close our card up. Look at how cute that is, right? It's hard to show the whole thing right there. Okay, so this time for the inside, because I wanted a little spot where you can write, you know, basically just your name. We're so happy for you. Love, Tony and Peggy. Okay, but when I did the white, like I did on the last one, just the white, it kind of blends in. So this time I did a double layer of the arches, but I don't want this on this end. Okay, so we're going to adhere the white one. And as you can see, this time I stamped the little bee stitches. Okay, and we're going to adhere it onto here. So it's got the border, but I'm going to take my paper snips and I'm going to cut right along that white line. Okay, so that it's even there. I have the stitches on the white part, okay? And then I can adhere that right there. And we're just gonna go ahead and do our seal. We're gonna put it up a little bit, okay? But we need to decorate that part. I'm telling you, this I absolutely love. I worked for a long time today on getting all of the different pieces that I wanted. Okay, so in here, I used the dies for the little flowers. Oh, I got screen weird. Okay. And, nope, I really want this back up some. Oh, and the one that I thought would be really cool, and I ran out of time. This would be so cute with, remember we talked about the seagulls last week, which is a celebration set. You could do the seagulls with French fries. Oh my goodness. Okay, so then I'm going to adhere the little flowers right around there. Okay, so we're going to take the, instead of embellishments that will add more thickness inside, we're just going to put a little bit of green glue. And you got to be careful, just a little bit, onto our little flowers, which then become our embellishments. And I really liked that there's 3 different sizes. So it really is kind of like an embellishment that, you know, we go with that whole little 3 thing, right, Linda? Okay, then we're going to add that to there. Okay, cute. All right, now we're going to do the front, and I've got extra pieces there. Okay, so for the front, I wanted this pretty flower one, but we're going to start with, of course, a layer of basic white, because if you're going to make a thick card, go for it. Make a thick card. To me, I decided as I started with it that I was committing to, I'll pay $5 postage to mail this one if I need to, because it is that cool of a card. Okay, and so the white piece is 4 by 5 1/8, and then the designer paper is 3 7/8 by 5 inches. We're going to go ahead and adhere that right down onto the card front. Okay, and then, okay, isn't that just so cute? It's just so girly. I love it. Okay, I didn't do, like I said, I did a fake belly band on the last one, and I really was not happy with how it turned out. So we are going to make a full-blown belly band. We need to make sure that it is loose enough that it will slide on and off easily, but doesn't fall off when you pick the card up. Exactly. I mean, this is one of those, to me, specialty cards. Like I said, I'm happy to pay the postage if I need to pay the postage, but it's definitely a great card for the in-person event. Okay. So I'm just gluing my ends together. Whoops. And then this can slide right on there. Up we go. Okay. But let's see. To go on here, we have our adorable little beehive. Cute as can be. But then I also wanted, when you cut these beehives, let's find the die again. Okay, when you cut these, there's 2 lines. So I was surprised when I went to cut it. I thought I was getting just this piece, and no, you actually get 2 pieces. So I cut it twice. I cut it once in daffodil and once in basic white. And what I want to do is I want to slide this under here, I think. And then, yep, that's what it's going to be. Okay. So what we need to do is, okay. Oh, goodness gracious. I forgot dimensionals. Okay. Grabbing my dimensionals. And we're going to put 3 dimensionals there. And, okay, and I stamped the little bee stitches Okay, we're going to get this up here, and we're going to center this as best we can. Okay, so that's stuck on. Now we are going to take our little beehive, and we're going to add some glue. And this gets a little tricky, but it'll all work. This is definitely one of those cards that you just have to be a little patient with. Okay, so now I'm going to see how I'm going to do this. I want to slip that down under there. Okay, and by using the glue, it allows me to get underneath it and move it as I need it. Okay, let's get that a little straighter. Coming at an angle here, it's like, well, okay, scooch up. Okay, it's really not as hard as I'm making it look right now. Okay, then we need to pull this one up a little bit. There we go. Okay, look at how cute. Okay, but we're not done. We have more pieces. And I am just shifting this stuff all over tonight. Okay, so I made another bee. And that bee is going to be dimensionaled. Because again, remember, I'm going to put this in with her gift anyways, so that's all good. Okay, so we're going to add our little bee. We're going to add our flower. And I'm going to put that like right over here. And then, uh-oh, I thought I had more little yellow flowers. Okay. Okay. Just trying to get a little bit of glue on this little flower. Okay, there's supposed to be one more little flower that I'm going to put here. But at the moment, I'm not sure where it went. Okay. All right, and then we have our little heart, which I want just a little piece of. Yeah, some of these things hide. I mean, we're still learning all the new ways Stampin' Up! Is doing things. And this was one that was a little bit harder. I kind of waited to place my order until it became available. And it didn't become available, Cheryl, until the 7th. Which was the first day of the catalog itself. So, okay, and I put a dimensional in there. I'm just going to pop my little heart there. And then, okay, then I have, like I said, I'll have to add that other flower on there. But then I'm going to take the iridescent pearls, and I'm going to put a big one there. I'm going to put a little one there. And then maybe we don't even need the second flower, because we're going to put this teeny tiny little bee right onto that glue spot. Okay. Adorable, right? Okay. Let's get this stuff all out of the camera. And so there we go. We're going to slide that off. There's our little beehive. And then there's all of our fun little bees inside. Okay. So see how cute it is with the designer paper? It's definitely thinner, substantially thinner. I mean, look at, you can see the bulk with the basic white, sorry. Okay. So I do like this stuck right on there, but I really didn't like doing the belly band this way. You kind of get a crease, and I'm not sure the recipient would know either, but how stinking cute is this? Okay, whoops. I lost my little pearl. Okay, so there is this week's project. I will put the dimensions in the blog post and in the YouTube video as I do that later tonight, okay? So you guys have a wonderful week. Stay warm tomorrow, those who are down here in the freezer like I am. I am enjoying the day off from school. I don't have my computer for work home with me, so I can't do that even. So I will keep up on emails and etc., but I get to enjoy the day stamping. So everybody have a wonderful week, and I will see you next Monday, which is our last Monday in January. Do you have your card sketch challenge done yet? Oh, look at that. I just found my second little flower. Okay, so let's go ahead and add it in. Since we have it, right? Okay. Adorable. Love it. Whoops, now I got 2 pearls. Okay. All right, you guys have a fabulous week, and I will see you next Monday. Everybody take care. Bye-bye.